Greetings guys, it's Irish. I wanted to make another Gentoo Adventures video because since I moved back on my laptop with Gentoo, I've been trying since moving over to Gentoo, even back in February, trying to get my SD card reader, which is built into my laptop, working under Gentoo. Now, when I was trying to do this, I would do an ls PCI-K, and it did not show up because I was looking through like forum posts and stuff like that, and it read it in here, so I didn't see it here, and I even checked the USB-K. And this part of it, but again, couldn't find it, so Gregor helped me with it, and somewhere in here he did find it. I just couldn't, I think it was under the Real Tech. I'm not sure if I'm going to find this or not. So yeah, under this it actually did show it under the LS USB. But I went into my kernel and I enabled certain items and it still did not work. So when I went into the ls mod, the only thing showing up was this x86 package temp thermal, and that was it. So to get this to work, I needed the MMC block here. Actually, just let me go into my kernel really fast. I have a alias for, oh, no. Okay, and then make menu config. So I was enabling the USB mass storage, the USB MMC stuff. I was building that into my kernel, figuring that because it's part of my machine that it would, build inside of it. However, I still could not get it to go. Let me go here. USB support. Yeah, so I was building this part in as my USB stuff, or as for my SD card. So, but for whatever reason, if you build it into this, it does not work, even though I had a lot of stuff enabled. So I kept working at it, and I just did not understand. So Gregor, who also has a Realtek driver SD card reader, helped me with this. So the site that he gave me was the Realtek USB card reader, or SD, and he had me do certain modules. So it's, let me go back here. So the one that he had me search for, if you do a backslash, if you do a rtsx underscore USB, so this was not enabled, nor the PCI-E card reader. So both of these needed to be a module instead of built in with it. So it's under device drivers, multifunctional device drivers. So I built that in, recompiled my kernel, and then started it up, and it worked perfectly. So you have to make sure that the MMC is also uh, built in as a module, because I think initially I did the RTSX USB and RTSX USB by itself without really anything, and that did not work. So you have to make sure you have the MMC built in as a module, at least under the Realtek part of it, as far as I'm aware. I think DOS Gregor has a Lenovo or another type of computer. I have a Dell Inspiron. As you can see, I have a Dell Inspiron 3521, which does have a built-in SD card. So, yeah, this was definitely a long time coming for me to get this to work, because granted, I don't use it that often, but, with me having a son, it being his second uh, or his third Christmas, we'd like to take pictures, and these digital cameras have SD cards now, so I would like to, upload all the pictures that we take over the holidays and put it into my computer. So I finally got that to go, and I recently, this almost did not even, this video almost didn't take place because I have a Logitech USB headset that I usually do for my videos, and I could not get that to come up. So tonight, what I do, if you go to Sound Card Support, Advanced Linux Sound Architecture, you want to make sure, where is it? PCI, or is it PCI? Yes, PCI sound devices. No, that's not it. Maybe it's a generic. Oh man. Alright, let's just search for it. It is the SND underscored USB underscore audio. There we go. So it's under the USB sound devices. So if you have a USB headset like myself, it is a Logitech. I don't know exactly which model, but if you build in the USB audio slash MIDI driver and recompile your kernel, everything should work. So I finally have my kernel set that now everything on this computer works perfectly. I can show you a little bit of the rest of it. So under File Systems, I just have my extension extended 4 file system. I could probably get rid of some of this stuff. This time around, the first time I had Gentoo on this laptop, I went with the generic kernel, but this time around I built it myself. So the SD card and the headset worked. Or at least the headset worked out of the box with the generic kernel. So if you do have the generic kernel, you should be able to just plug and play. If not, I would go to the location I showed you. Network support, I really didn't touch a whole lot in this. And then you just rebuild it, and there was a brand new kernel, so I have everything, brand new kernel, and everything else like that. So I wanted to make this video just to document it for myself, just in case I have to come back and redo this for some reason, and I forget. At least now I have a video of me showing you or showing myself how to do it, plus if, one person has an issue, probably another person does too. So maybe someone out there is having an issue getting the Realtek SD card reader or a USB headset to work under Gentoo. Hopefully this video will help them through the process of putting it in the kernel. But tomorrow I do plan on making the ZNC bouncer. I'm just trying to get all the sites up and running for it, so hopefully I'll get that tomorrow before Christmas and everything. So look for that, and I will catch you guys in the next video.